All right, the Washington Commanders making a trade just became a lot more likely. If you're new to the channel, we're Detroit Lions fans, but we have this channel all about teams that just don't get the love nationally like they should. We have been on the Commanders since this offseason. We thought they were going to be pretty good. Everyone was kind of overlooking them. Now look at them now. Let me know in the comments before we get started your favorite part of that Hail Mary. For me, it was definitely just a little thing like the Bears giving you that free 15 yards, the prior play. Terribly played. I was like, oh, thank you. Now we can do something, right? If they would have, yeah, that was the best. Obviously, the Tyreek Stevenson stuff where he's taunting the crowd and then he comes in and just bats the ball right to your guy. Let me know your favorite part of that Hail Mary. Okay, here's what's going on. Here's why it's more likely. Basically, you look at the NFC playoff picture. There you are right behind the Detroit Lions. And here's what's crazy about this. You're leading the division. So that means automatic playoffs, home playoff game. You look at the other teams in the hunt to make the playoffs. Well, first of all, there's the Eagles. They started off slow. That's who you're going to have to mess around with in the division. We all get that. But then you beat the Bears. Buccaneers aren't going to be a problem. 49ers you don't have to worry about. Seahawks, Rams, they're all 10, 11, and 12. They're all going to kind of beat themselves up. And then they're the Cowboys. So you're going to they're nothing to worry about in your division. And the Giants, they're 2-6. They're basically out of it. So what I'm saying is you are 100% after this Hail Mary. It's like, okay, we need to shore up the defense, make some things happen with a trade. So here's what I love, and this is why this came up, was that as the trade deadline comes up, I love this article that I'm going to show you because it just shows examples of like, yup, we got something here. And you don't know when it's going to happen. And again, Commanders, Lions fans, we've been there where it's like, we're not any good. And so the arrow is only pointing up for the Commanders and for the Lions, but especially the Commanders, where it's like you're on ground floor of this thing and it's only going up, and I expect good seasons to follow, but you do not know with football, injuries. So treat this season as its own thing, as you should, and say, I don't care about next year or the year after. We've got something special brewing, and let's just ride this thing. We're the number 2 seed, and in the NFC, let's do this. So here it is right here. Here's some examples, and let me know your thoughts and I'll tell you what I think it would take to get these players. So cornerback from Cleveland. So Cleveland's not doing well. We'll see what they do this week. If they get blown out and lose, Greg Newsome could be available. I love that. Get some secondary help. You get a guy, you get secondary depth, or he could start for you. But also you just get like a veteran presence that you can just bring right into the locker room. Again, I don't know Greg Newsome, but I'm like, he's not going to be a problem. And you've got depth, and you've got a guy that's in there. And if you're Cleveland, who's been spending draft picks and doing crazy things, and they've got the Deshaun Watson thing, like they need draft picks. So here you go. Here's a 5th round pick. I mean, here's a 5th and the 7th next year. Okay. Like, do that one. All right, another one. Tennessee Titans, Harold Landry. So this gives you an edge rusher. Again, another depth piece, and a guy that if he was traded, he wouldn't do anything for like a couple weeks. Just, I don't know why, just getting acclimated. Maybe he does, but it's another fresh body, healthy body going into the end of the season. I really like that one. However, he recently recovered from an ACL injury, but he still possesses speed and bend that makes him a threat off the edge. Again, a low risk, another body. You're not going to find these high-end players. No one's going to really give those up. Crosby's not going to be available, but that's fine because it's like I don't want to give up two first-round picks. I want to give up just something that's 5th, 6th. Give me some depth. Give me something. Now, offensively, Tutu Atwell. I don't love this. I don't love a wide receiver. I'm going to skip past that one. Let me know in the comments if I shouldn't. But the Commanders are I guess what I'm saying is if you're a Commanders fan, you're at the ground floor of this rebuild. The last thing you want to do is get rid of picks. I know it because it's like, let's just play this thing out and we're going to build for the long term. That's how you can look at it. Second thing is nothing's guaranteed. Let's make it happen. We're number 2 in the NFC. Our division is just kind of down with the Cowboys being down, which, by the way, this is what's always been so frustrating with the Cowboys and Dak. It's like, hey, man, Dak, look at how good they are. It's like, well, no, you're beating up on the Giants and the Commanders on down years for like your whole career. You playing them twice a year. Well, now the Commanders are like, no, we're actually good. And so, Cowboys, you're no good. And by the way, you won't hear any Cowboys on this channel, so subscribe for that right there. The Commanders are in a position where they can really do some good things. Now, another thing I wanted to show you that I thought was pretty cool. Let me see if I can pull this up. It was PFF did a thing where they're talking about basically big time throw rate versus turnover worthy play. So it's a matrix, long story. Basically, I'll pull it up here in a second, but it's a graph showing, hey, we want you to see you throw it downfield, but not just throw it downfield recklessly. And can you do that? And so Jaden Daniels is kind of right in there where he's not throwing turnover-worthy plays, but he's still pushing the ball. And so you've got this quarterback that the guy's not as big as I thought. I don't really pay that much attention to him, but he's like, okay, shoot. You know, he's kind of a little like smaller framed. Doesn't matter. Natural feel for the game. He already his rookie year, because a lot of times with rookies or guys that aren't as good, they're check downs. I don't know what I'm doing. He's pushing the ball at a rate that's a good, safe plays. So it's not a reckless push the ball. Jaden Daniels knows what he's doing, and I love seeing that. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. The Hail Mary and just the players that are going to be available, it has to go down. And also, this weekend, really be rooting for the bad teams to lose. Because if bad teams, the teams with bad records win, then it's like, well, I don't know. We got an outside shot if we can win a couple more in a row. But it's like, now if you lose again, now all those players on those teams become open. You never know who's available. You're on a bad team and you're 2-8, 2-7, or whatever. You could find that's an opportunity for people to move off of those guys and then to the Commanders. So love watching the Commanders. Excited for them. Love what they're doing. Really kind of the same path as the Lions. Quarterback, coach. Start getting this core ready. But you guys are winning already. Lions are 0-10 their first year with the new quarterback and coach. So you guys enjoy it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.